Hi, I'm Lynn from Avion Overlander, and I was going to show you a few of the little things that we've added to our trailer to help with organization. I think most people that travel in a trailer will tell you the same thing, that there's plenty of space for everything, but sometimes keeping it organized the way you'd like while you're traveling and using the trailer becomes a little bit more problematic. So most of these things were very inexpensive, very simple to put up, but they just filled a purpose for organization that we felt like we needed. One of the first things we did, we built our shoe rack. A simple shoe rack. We have an older trailer. We have modified it to suit ourselves. We had redone our cabinet over here, and there was still some space between the end of the cabinet and the door. So since we both tend to accumulate shoes, we have space for several pairs of shoes here that keeps them out of our way. We also have a secondary spot where Russ tends to keep his boots up here at the front. Another little thing we added were some little hanging bags. Got them from Amazon. They serve to hold, again, mostly Russ's stuff over here, but his glasses, keys, wallet, the whatnot stuff that you have to have or need a place to keep when you're in the trailer, but you really don't want it strung out all over the top. Another thing we added was a little whiteboard. Gives us a place to jot down grocery list, reminders, without having notebooks or papers strung around unnecessarily. All right, and because we have a fairly limited number of drawers in our kitchen area, we added this little organizer. It holds all of our silverware, holds the utensils that we take with us. I keep that to a fairly limited number, so it was easy to fit in there. I actually added some cans when I emptied them from canned food to create a 6-compartment organizer. I set it down on the floor when we're moving, but otherwise it sits here on the countertop just close at hand, but not in the way. Added another little bag back here, just on a command hook, which became a place to put our remote for our television and keep it out of the way. We both have smartwatches, so our charger for our smartwatches is hanging on a command hook, and it stayed in place while we traveled hundreds of miles. So it's handy there because there is a outlet just behind the couch here. So when we need to use that, we can plug it in there and have it easy and quick to use. After our trip out west last fall, I realized that I really disliked having spices loose in the cabinets. They ended up all over. They took up space that I didn't want to give up. So I bought some little hanging spice racks. I've got 2 of them, only 1 of them filled right now. I cook with a lot of spices, so I've got more to bring out here, but keeps everything close at hand. Added some hooks on the wall to hold pot holders and mitts. We put our paper towel holder up high on the wall, out of the way. So we've got that there. We also built a cover to go over top of our stove. Just fits perfectly across the top of it. When we're using the stove, it can be flipped up out of the way and just forms a little backsplash. I put feet on the underside of it, rubber feet that you can get that screw on, so it stays in place. Well, as long as it's down, it just stays while we're traveling. Don't have to do anything with it. I also purchased a wood cutting board and then added feet onto the bottom of it. One thing I found that I was overly limited on was countertop space when I was trying to cook. So with this, I can simply place it across one side of the sink while I'm working. And it stays in place because of the feet that are on the bottom, so it can't go anywhere. And then when I'm done, we use our shelves beside the sink here for all of our cutting boards, our dish strainer, the flat type pans that you use in the oven. So that all just fits right in there. I am also a big fan of trays to organize things. So back here in the bedroom, I have one at the head of my bed where I've got a place to charge things, put stuff at night. Added a few more little hooks and baskets to hold hair bands, jewelry, fan controller, again, cords for charging, just things that I would rather not have just laying around. When we're traveling, Russ uses the middle one for putting his dryer for his hearing aids that he uses, place to put his glasses at night, a whatnot, you know, different things. I also like packing my clothes in baskets. I'm also a big fan of packing my clothes in baskets. These are, I'll take these down in a moment, but they're soft-sided and so they squish a little bit. Since we have a curved edge to our trailer, a solid box doesn't really fit in there quite properly, but I've got room up here for 3 of these. I usually pack stuff in them and then carry them out, and then when we get back, I can carry them back in the same way. I roll things up when I pack them, so I joke and say I can actually carry about half of my wardrobe in 3 of these boxes. I didn't have much this last time because we only went for a few days, but they just really work lovely. I am height challenged, so it's much easier for me to grab these and pull them out, get something out of them, and then put them back than it is to try to be reaching up in the top of the cabinet and sorting through things in a pile or whatever. In the bathroom previously, we just seemed to have stuff strung out all over our countertop all the time, which was in the way, especially if you wanted to use the clothes hamper. So we added a hanging basket in here with pockets to hold little stuff. And then also a couple of little shelves. And we did have things on the shelves while we traveled. Nothing fell off. We had way more towel hooks in here than what we needed. So we took a couple of them down. I've still got 4 left, which is more than adequate because when we have wet towels, we generally hang them up on this bar that's across the doorway in the bedroom. They dry a lot better there anyhow. This was one of the actual major things we did. There was a pantry cabinet over here that just had the pull-out door, open door, and then it had fixed shelves in it. Again, I'm short. I can't see what's up in there. I can't reach them half of the time. So I took that out and built in a 4-drawer unit. This holds so much stuff. It's in the bottom drawer. We usually keep everything we need for breakfast, our stovetop toaster, our coffee, mugs, all of that stuff. I have dishes in the second drawer, and then in the top 2, lighter stuff that I don't have to get to as often. So paper towels, Kleenexes, but this just holds so much stuff. And at least for us, it's just, I love drawers as opposed to just stationary shelves anyway. I have basically all drawers in my kitchen in the house. So this was a little more effort to build, but it has just been so lovely to have. I also added some hooks on the end of the shoe cabinet. Usually use those to hang our cat Yellow, her harness and her leash on there, or use it for keys or something like that. I've got another spot down here where I've got her things right now, and I'm eyeballing it because it's not working the way I want it to. So this is probably going to be my next project, is to extend the countertop on our cabinet, make a little more space and some shelves there so that it can function a little bit better. We also have our television lift, which is what we built into the cabinet over here that is beside the shoes. It used to just be a little cabinet with shelves in it. Wasn't functional for us, and we wanted a bigger TV than what we could fit in here otherwise and not have to have it out all the time. So the lift can come up when we want to watch television. And then when we're done with it, it can just disappear back down into the cabinet. The top comes down, and we have a countertop to use again. right, well, that's about it. Hopefully, maybe I've given you an idea or two, or just a thought about what you might do that makes your trailer just that much better to be in, just that much easier to keep it organized and enjoy it. I appreciate you watching our video. If you have time to give us a thumbs up, or we love it if you want to subscribe. But otherwise, we just hope you enjoy the videos. Have a great time, have fun, drive safely, and we'll see you on the next journey.